Let's talk about now producer surplus. So I'm going to read this and we'll look at the picture and then the definition down here. But similar to consumer surplus, the producer's surplus, that's a measure of the additional money contributed by consumers on the sale of X number of units of some product. Okay, so what does it mean here? Let's go on. The producer's surplus is the difference between the total amount of money the consumers actually spend and the total amount producers are willing to accept. So let's look at the picture here. Let's look at the graph. Here's a rectangle here. Let's just get a feel for this one. Right here, this is the price that consumers they actually spend on this product. This down here is the price that producers are really willing to accept. So the price that they actually spend is bigger than the price producers are willing to accept. So there's a surplus here, a profit. So in that profit, this whole area here is called the producer's surplus. And so it's the height of the rectangle, right, which is P sub B minus S, right, minus the S value. This is the supply curve. So it's P sub B minus S. I'll go down here to the integral. It's P sub B minus S, right? That's the height of the rectangle right up here. And the dx, you know the dx is a delta x, but just when it has shrunk to nearly zero. So what we're going to do is define producer's surplus as this integral from 0 to x sub e, right? So we're going to go from 0 to x sub e. So we're going from 0 to x sub e, 0 to x sub e, right? 0 to x sub e of the height of the rectangle times the delta x. So you can see we're getting this area right here. Let's start with an example here. Suppose that the supply curve is given by this function right here, where x, of course, is the number of units to be sold. Find the producer's surplus if the equilibrium point, x sub e, p sub e, is 18,434. So we'll just start here with our definition of producer's surplus. It's defined by this definite integral from 0 to x sub e of p sub e minus s of x over of d of x. Let's see what we get here. This is going to be ps equals 0 to x, which in this case is 18 of p sub e, which is 434. That's the price people are willing to pay, consumers are willing to pay, minus the function. Okay, so minus, I got the whole function, so parentheses, x squared plus 5x plus 20, close, dx. Let's simplify. This will be the integral 0 to 18 of, now it's 434 minus x squared minus 5x minus 20 dx. This will give us the integral 0 to 18 of, okay, 434 minus 20 is 414 minus x squared minus 5x. I'll do that over here. Let's integrate this. I'll do it over on the left here. It's 414x minus x cubed over 3 minus, that's a 5x there, minus 5x squared over 2. And we're going to evaluate that from 0 to 18. So if we put in the upper limit, we're going to get 414 times 18 minus 18 cubed over 3 minus 5 times 18 squared over 2, right, minus, now put in the lower limit, but once again, if you put the lower limit in here, right, an x, and an x, they're all 0, so that just becomes a 0, and we just need to compute this expression right here. So when I do that, I got 4698 as our producer's surplus.